So let me give you a little background and story. So I have an agent who's been with me for probably a year and a half, 2 years, a good person, who purchased leads that were called pre-sold leads. Now, what this means is the way he was pitched on it as these agents or these clients have been sold on a particular policy for a particular budget, and their health has been pre-qualified, and all you have to do is when that call is available, take it and then close that person into a sale, right? Seems easy enough. But sometimes if it's too easy or too good, maybe it isn't true, right? So, as I have discussed at length many a times, the worst thing you can do in this business is buy. There are a lot of bad things to do, but one of the worst things you can do is buy leads that are sourced from out of the country, because the originators of the leads are not going to be held responsible because they're outside of federal jurisdiction for any generation of leads that are fraudulent or equally bad are generated in a non-compliant TCPA type of way. This is exactly what happened to this agent. He took a phone call from this organization not 2 weeks ago, went through the presentation with him, gave all of his information to the particular attorney, and goes to find out the guy is a professional litigant. I don't know if he's an attorney, I may be wrong there. But what this guy does for a living is basically, understandably, arguably, shakes down bad organizations that relentlessly call and were not did not expressly give permission for that company to call, and then goes after them with lawsuits and settlements. So what invariably happened is that with one of this company that this particular agent mentioned on the phone, they went to the company and now are allegating, based off of the state's do not call minimum of $10,000 per call, and then the potential for each extra call at $1,500 a piece. The gentleman wants to settle for the low sum of $25,000 because of one call. And again, you know, it's negotiations, right? I don't think you would settle for that much, but that's kind of where it's going to end up. And here's the catch. The agent isn't even the target of the lawsuit. It's the company, the carrier. And if the carrier settles, they pass that cost along to the agent plus attorney fees. So, moral of the story, even though this agent didn't do anything wrong, now they shouldn't have been, if they listened to what I was saying, they would have never bought from these type of people. But regardless, if the person had bought legitimate leads who expressly requested information about life insurance, then this never would have happened. He would have been able to produce evidence that the person opted in, they request the information, and then go pounce in. But now this agent is in a position where he's going to have to settle for somewhere between $0 and $25,000 in order to make this problem go away. And that is the problem when you're out there on your own and you don't even know where to turn when it comes to leads. You could be the target of an enormous lawsuit. And this is not that big either. There's been other ones, 6 figures plus. So this is why what we do at the Dig Agency, we only work vendors that that require the filler form out or the person on Facebook to expressly consent to being contacted. And we have data that protects you and us in that process. Also, very important, if you're doing your own data, I would highly recommend investing into a litigator scrub list. So these can be had for a small fee, where your list of leads gets scrubbed against a known list of people who sue for a living. That's huge. Also, I would recommend scrubbing against changed phone numbers, because one way a lot of these litigators these days will chase you down is they will, a phone number will switch. And let's say you get a new phone number and then you get a bunch of solicitations. You didn't opt into that. Well, there's this list that you can change people's phone numbers out to prevent that unnecessary spamming. And people have been sued big time because they just continuously go after these people. So be very wary and careful of actually running a business model without taking very important concern to who you're actually prospecting and targeting. Okay.